beliefs, steps, or strategies, action, or execution. These three things are very important for your lifetime and for your acting career. How do they fit in? I'm about to tell you, so stay tuned. Every character that you will ever audition for or play has a belief system. They also have an FBS. What's an FBS? Well, I'll tell you. There's two beliefs. One, BS. Got that? Okay, belief system. Okay, it's not a curse word. FBS, not what you're thinking, okay, is false belief systems. Now, think about, let's pull a rabbit out of a hat here. The Wizard of Oz, okay, the three entities, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion, all right? They were all living their FBS life, their false belief system, okay? They thought that they didn't have a brain, courage, or a heart, and yet they did. But they were using old belief systems that were imposed upon them by outside sources, okay? This produced vulnerability within the characters. Frank Baum was a fantastic writer of children's books. That's all I have to say about that. Now, the reason why I chose The Wizard of Oz as an example of beliefs, steps, and actions is because each of these entities in The Wizard of Oz applies to what I'm teaching today. So you take, for instance, belief, okay? They all had a particular belief that was FBS. They were relying on old ways of thinking. Have you ever relied on old ways of thinking and therefore you got the old results, the same results that weren't right for you anymore because you wanted to grow, because you have grown? I have students like that. They've moved from Michigan to California, Michigan to Atlanta, Georgia, to start their acting career, to really immerse themselves in the art of acting. So, do you believe you have a heart? I don't mean the physical one. Do you believe you still have a heart for acting? Maybe you've been distracted. Maybe you are married and divorced, or something happened in your life. Maybe you got sick. I don't know. But you know what? You were born, I'm assuming that you still love acting, because why would you be watching me right now? But you still have a heart for acting. I know you do. It just has to be discovered again. Okay? Like the Tin Man. Oil can, oil can. Oil can what? He was frozen, okay, because of the rain. Not really. He was frozen, if you dig a little deeper, he was frozen because of the rust that started to creep up in his joints and things like that. Have you ever been rusty? Have you ever been rusty and you're afraid of going to an audition? You're afraid of going, you don't believe in yourself enough to go to that audition because, you know what, my arthritis is kicking up. Or, I just have stage fright. You know, I have anxiety. I haven't been up there in a long time, and I'm not used to moving in that way. Okay? Okay? You need to reinvent yourself as an actor. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a few things that you can do, and also how to contact me if you're having this challenge in your life. Let's pick on courage, right? Courage is kind of the heart, isn't it? Okay? Those three entities in The Wizard of Oz, I keep referring to them as that, they kind of are parallel to each other, okay? Because if you don't have the heart, the passion, you don't have the courage to step out. Courage. Courage. You don't have the courage to step out into your uncomfort zone once again, to make it comfortable, to gain confidence. Because you might think you don't have a brain anymore, moving to the Scarecrow. And he had a brain. Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they? Well, yes, I guess they do. Love that line. He didn't realize that he had what it takes up here, and the courage to step out, and the heart to follow through. I'm talking about an actor, talking about you, talking about me, okay? Because in this game we call the entertainment industry, we have to have the heart. We have to have courage to step out and show our passion, our heart. And we have to study. We have to use our brain Not everything is, I'm going to Google this. Emoji. Okay? No. They didn't have those things back then. I don't want it. They didn't have those things, right? They had their brain. Actors had their brain. You have a brain, believe it or not, okay? You are smart enough. You are courageous enough, and you have the heart. Now, you might be saying, David, I would love to, I know what you're saying, but you know what? You're talking to people who have acted before. I haven't acted before. Okay. Everybody has a beginning, middle, and end. So, you're an aspiring actor, right? If you're an aspiring actor, why are you inspired? Why are you aspiring to something? Because you're inspired. Inspired, aspire when you step out. Okay? All right? So you have to ask yourself, who are you? Which brings me to the other questions here on belief, steps, and action. What do you believe about yourself? You can answer that. I can't. What do you believe about yourself? Do you believe you're a great actor or a good actor? If you said good, let's change it to great. Why not? Why not? Because whatever you feed your brain, that's who you become. That's what you become. So you have to be very careful with words. Words are powerful. And you take that step. You take the steps with your beliefs. And then, when you believe something strongly enough, guess what? You take action. For example, let's see. When the Scarecrow stood up to the Wicked Witch of the West, okay? When the Scarecrow stood up on the behalf of Dorothy and threw apples at the trees as they were running away. There are so many, if you take a close look at that movie, there are so many examples of growth and transformation within the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion, where they have to step up. For instance, when they sneaked into the castle, all right, you had the fake rocks, okay, and then you had the three guys, okay, and they were, they were trying to figure out a plan, but they couldn't figure out a plan because they didn't believe in themselves enough, yet they were approaching a strong enough belief to take action to save Dorothy. And so you know what they did, if you remember? They kidnapped and beat up 3 soldiers and took their outfits and their armor and their headdress and everything else. That took courage, that took heart, and that took some brains, right? Okay. They were being tested. In life, you're tested. In acting, you're tested. One of the tests in life, are going to auditions. It's the truth. You have what it takes. You know you have what it takes, but you have to believe in it enough. Believe it enough to take steps and figure out how to get into the castle, how to get on stage, how to win the audition. I hope this is making sense for you today. It was on my mind earlier today. Oh, there's one thing also. When you are believing in yourself and struggling to believe in yourself again, and you take steps towards that, and you trip and fall, get up again. Get up again and try again. Reevaluate what you believe about yourself again and take action. Because you're prefect, you'll always be prefect. There's no such thing as perfection. God is perfect, and we are not. We're good. He made us good, according to the book of Genesis. But one thing I want to warn you about is this, and this is your Wicked Witch of the West in your acting career. Don't dabble. You know what dabbling is? Dabbling is sort of like taking a newspaper or taking something on the screen or having too many windows open on your computer, and you're listening, you're hearing what I'm saying, you're hearing what someone is saying, and whatever you listen to, but you're dabbling. You're not really focused, listening. You're not doing that. If you dabble in your acting career, you may get ahead a little bit. You may have some successes, but it will take you 10 times as long. It'll take you 10 times as long. You have to be disciplined enough to take your dream to its finish line. Does that make sense? Yeah. You have to slow down. You have to focus on just one thing. at a time. Actors are supposed to stay in the moment. You do have the courage. You do have the smarts. And you do have the heart. They just have to be activated by what you believe, activated by faith. You know what changed the Scarecrow and the Lion and the Tin Man? You know what actually changed them? They had a calling. They had an objective. Their objective. I'm trying to search for a word here. They had something to believe in more, to care about more, and that was Dorothy. That was Dorothy. They didn't believe in themselves so much, but what drew them out was, that's my mission. That's the word. That's my mission. Dorothy is my mission, and I'm going to use whatever I have in order to get her to home. I'm going to use it. Yeah. And we're going to get together and band together, and we're going to fight this wicked witch and fight the stage fright and fight doubt and fear, and we're gonna get that audition. See how I sort of overlap things for you? Okay? So that's what they did. They found something more important outside themselves, outside their comfort zone, which is really the dead zone. Thank you, Stephen King. The dead zone, okay? So I have a question for you, right? What's your mission? What is your mission? I asked this with all my students at the beginning and throughout the time that we have together. Your mission should be first, you know. And usually, most of the time, I've heard so many stories. Well, David, I want to become an actor, a great actor, because I want to provide a better life for my family. I want this car. I want to contribute to society in an entertaining way and help people to feel again because of the pandemic. I want people to know that there is more to life than just existing. The bigger your why, the easier it is to execute, to take action and steps towards the how. Wasn't it amazing, that one scene where they go arm in arm and they're skipping down to the castle? They were skipping. They had hope, all three of them, all four of them, well, all five of them, including Toto, but they were skipping, right? They were united. How is your support group for your acting career? How is your networking coming along? Are you keeping it healthy and well-fed and well-dressed? Who's in it? Family, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, yourself. Don't forget to include God, because He's the one who allowed you to borrow this talent that you have. You have to keep up with those relationships. You've got to keep up with those relationships and join arm in arm and have joy as you skip down to the next adventure. Skip down the yellow brick road of your life. And you can do it. I know you can. There's just certain things that you have to do. We're going to wrap this up here. There's certain things that you have to do. Number one, you have to believe in yourself. You have to separate your FBS from your BS, okay? Keep it current, okay? Things that worked before in your life were great. Now you've evolved, you've grown, okay? Whether you're an aspiring actor or reinventing yourself or wherever you're at in your acting career in your life. Because every time we do something, we grow a little more, and we believe a little more, and we overcome fears a little more. Therefore, we can take new strategies and new steps towards our new goals down our yellow brick road. And then, automatically, we start to take action because we believe in ourselves more. And we start to meet new people. Have you met new people lately? Or is this weird world put a damper on things where I just got to stay inside and don't want to talk to nobody. And if I do, I'll just say, hi, have a good day. No. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is step out of your comfort zone. You start to talk to people and sincerely say, how are you? How is that audition coming? You know, what about Have you heard anything about new film projects going on? And you target those people at universities for student films, film production companies, actors. There's no excuses. There are resources everywhere, everywhere. And you know what? I want to tell you something. Which brings me to the last thing. I want you to think about this. There's no such thing as lack of resources. We have resources coming out of our ears. What we don't always have is resourcefulness. And when you don't have resourcefulness, you dabble and you don't look for opportunities. You don't look for new people to meet down your road. And your beliefs aren't very strong because you're not doing anything, taking any action or steps, and unfortunately, your confidence won't grow because the only way your confidence can grow is by acting on things. You are actors, right? Right. Actors act. They do activities. They take action. That's why we call it actors. Okay? So, whatever you are perceiving to lack, even though fear is a liar, false evidence appearing real, that's not my acronym, but I think it's pretty cool. If you don't think you have the heart, I can help you. I can help you to give CPR to that heart of yours for acting. Breathe new life into yourself. That way you can breathe new life into characters, and then your career will take off again. If you don't think you're smart enough, that's also a lie. Okay? You are enough. You just have to apply yourself and study. I can help you with that too. And you lack the courage? I've been there so many times. Lacking the courage. Absolutely. But you know what? You can conquer your fears and step out. Picture the lion. The lion, okay? He was afraid of... he hit the nose of Toto. And then he got all upset. Oh, I didn't bite him. Okay? He didn't know he had courage. You have the courage. Bravery is not the absence of fear, but it's doing something in the face of fear, despite the fear. You've heard that before, I'm sure. So remember, it's going to wrap it up officially now. Beliefs, steps, and actions. I want you to take this all in. Watch it again, okay? Because your brain, in order for your brain to get something, it usually takes more than once, about 3 times or more, for it to start to sink in and become a habit and become a new truth for you, a new revelation. Scanning or dabbling won't get you anywhere. You study once in a while, it's not good enough, I'm sorry. You need to be totally committed to this thing or do something else because life is too short to waste. All right, that's enough. Like, subscribe to this channel, and share, please. I appreciate you very much. Leave a comment below. Contact me at my website, which is right there. Okay? And, yeah, thank you. Enjoy your day. It's a gift. Remember that.